have a brown envelope at the table. If you'd like to open the brown envelope, there should be one, within that should be 5 envelopes, one for each player at the table, if you want to distribute those amongst the 5 players at the table. So we got some rules for how you get to play the game here. You may observe what everybody else is doing. That's fine. You can look at whatever everybody else is doing. You may not talk to the other players at the table. You may not talk. You may not direct, point, or show other people what to do.
Porcade.
You may give other people at the table some or all of the resources you have in front of you. So in your envelope, you've got these red pieces. And if you want to give one of those pieces to somebody else at the table, you're free to do that. But you may not ask. You may not intimate, you may not point, you may not grab. You can't initiate getting a piece from another player. The only way you get a piece is if they say, or don't say, if they just give it to you. So you may not take resources away from any other divisions in the Red Square Company, or any way direct them to give you resources. What is the point of the game? What is the end that we're trying to get to with the game? So it appears that some people are already playing without knowing what the end is that they're supposed to be heading to. At the end, we have a successful outcome, and the game is ended if each person has a completed square in front of him or her. So you may open the envelopes and start playing them. If you finish before any of the other tables, then just please leave to their own devices. And observers, if you want to kind of watch what's going on, and so you can comment on that at the end, please feel free to do that. When everybody has a completed square.
It happens. Give it away.
Can't take the pieces. Can't take the pieces. It has been given to you.
It's breaking the law.
I think everybody has it. Let's do a little bit of post-processing of the experience of the experiment. So what behaviors did you observe at the tables?
Pointing.
Pointing? Was there any rule breaking?
Rule breaking.
Rule breaking?
Rules?
So, was there a point in time, for instance, where, say, 1 or 2 squares were completed, and the person who has completed their square physically sat back and No?
No.
Okay.
We have one.
So the game is complete, right? The game of this thing is for everybody to have a completed square. There's clear the rules as to what the purpose of the game is and what completion is. But nevertheless, it's still kind of embedded in that psyche. It's like, oh yeah, job done, I'm over. Even though, yeah, right, there's a team effort here for completing it. So anyway, anybody who wants to sit can have a copy of this presentation. Can't really see it there. It has a template in for which pieces to cut up and squares to put it in. And then, and there's a code as far as which piece goes in which envelope. So there's some intentionality there about which piece goes in which envelope, because it makes those partial solutions ones that are fairly natural to happen early on, so you can see that. All right, Alex.
I was suspicious, so I went around to see if the 5 envelope was the same. think that this is tax management, so.
It might be the easy prey to eat.
Yeah, okay.
If you have confusing learning experiences.
You see, that's the good example of where, when stuff happens in an organisation, and it gets put down to malicious, malevolent intent of management, where the more rational explanation usually is incompetence.
I didn't see that.